Hello everyone, today I want us to talk about emotional intelligence and how we manage your emotions for weight loss and how it really is the key to your long-term success. Emotional intelligence, well, the definition to that is the ability to perceive, facilitate, understand and manage emotions. And why that's important for us is that when it comes to eating, it's proven that emotional intelligence, the ability to control and manage emotions, is more important in fat loss than nutrition and exercise knowledge. So we were going back to that inner and outer wisdom that we were talking about yesterday. It's important because we can all know exactly what we need to do. The amount of people that I train that say, I know what I need to do, I just cannot do it. So we all know what we need to do. The problem comes when we try and put that knowledge in place. And the reason why it's a problem is because emotions often take over. And we've talked about that quite a lot when it comes to habit loops, that trigger, that cue for stress, for boredom, for unhappiness or even happiness can often lead us to make bad food choices, despite the fact that we really know what we want to do. So how do we increase our emotional intelligence? Well, the key to this is mindfulness. And mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings and thoughts. So really what that boils down to is a little acronym called NAP. So it's non-judgmental awareness of the present. So when we have an emotional response, maybe that let's say that's stress. So when we have that emotional response, it's very easy to then reach very quickly for whatever is the thing that helps you to feel a little bit better. So that might be alcohol, it might be a cupcake, it might be something like a fish and chips or a takeaway. But the key to it is to analyse what's going on and to actually understand the emotion that you're having, and then be aware of it and be aware of the present. And rather than thinking about how we can make ourselves feel better, we need to be able to control that emotion and continue with the plan that we're on. So that's when we can look at our knowledge of nutrition. So rather than feeling an emotion and instantly reacting to that emotion, like we do with our habit loops, we are then going to be aware of it, accept it, be mindful of it, and say, no problems, we've got that. I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm depressed, I'm bored, but I'm going to continue on the plan that I set initially. So this is really how we need to look at our emotional intelligence. And the more often we do this, the better we can get. Unlike the other sort of intelligence, it's often pretty much preset, and it's something that, we can get a little bit better at, but often we're either clever or we're not. With our emotional intelligence, we can build this up and we can improve it over time. And that really works through that mindfulness of being able to be present and assess how you're feeling, but not react to it. And that's really, really important. So how does it help us with our relationship with food? Well, it doesn't change the external circumstance. It changes our reaction to the circumstance. So rather than reacting to the circumstance mindlessly, we look to respond. And we respond by following the new healthy habit loops that we've created, or we respond by eating the healthier food choices that we know are right for us, rather than fall into the trap of going into our old habit loops. And it's back to what we talked about yesterday. It's that inner and outer wisdom. Inner wisdom is your ability to control your emotions, to prevent your old unhealthy habit loops kicking in through mindfulness. Your outer wisdom is your knowledge that the food you're eating will best serve you. So that's your nutritional knowledge and knowing your numbers in terms of calories, etc. And I believe this is the combination is the key to fat loss. Having that knowledge is clearly useful, but having the emotional intelligence to do something with that knowledge is the most important thing. So not react to that stressful situation, but to continue on the track that you set yourself, using the combination of the emotional intelligence and the knowledge that you have received along the way. And this is the key to the plan. And this is the next stage of our plan, the Total Transformations Foundation. So for this last couple of weeks, we're looking at working on your habits. And I understand that it won't be perfect yet because that does take some time to form. But long term, we're looking to develop those healthy habits, and we're going to use a combination of knowledge through nutrition and knowing your calories and your protein numbers, and working on helping us to get better at staying on track with our inner wisdom and our emotional intelligence. Hope that helps. We're going to do loads more work on it in the next phase of things, but I really just wanted to touch on it today and just see if you can relate that to some of your existing habit loops that you're trying to change. Thanks very much for listening. I'll speak to you soon.